member, leader Mazi Kanu, who has been extraordinary rendition. And when we talk about justice, we talk about the international rule of law. Who is in charge? Who is in charge? We have the world powers that regulate rules and violate those rules they put in place. Justice in the eye of the beholder, like some countries will violate the law and the hammer will descend on them the next second. And some countries will violate the law, they act like they didn't see that, and rather they be aiding those that are violating the laws. So the law is meant for who? Likewise, when the zoo, you have the laws. The laws are there. The laws are for the weak. The laws are for the minorities. So they think. They have made you a minority in your own land. And the minority becomes the majority. They have enforced it in your head. They have made you to believe that you are the minority. It's unthinkable. It's unimaginable how some people reason. Are you telling me that Oduduwas with their population of close to 80 million will tell me that Fulanis that are about 10 million or that range is the majority? No, because they have the gun. If they are the majority, why are they letting their brothers, their cousins, and their in-laws from Niger and Chad troop in to help them secure the population? You have refused to confront the truth because you don't want to be challenging them. You don't want to stand for the truth. That means you're weak. Anytime you see people who are weak, they don't confront the truth. They hide behind other people. They actually follow in committing crime so that along the line they will not be held accountable. Nobody will hold them accountable. So they join the aggressors. And what happens? At the end of the show, they become victims themselves. It showed up in the Nigerian Biafra war, where genocide was committed against Biafrans. And the Oduduwas and the Middle Belt were team members. Team members. Yes. Yes, they teamed up. Didn't they team up? They did. And what are they finding out? That they are equally being victimized, just as they did to Biafrans. They thought they were killing Biafrans. They thought they were eliminating Biafrans. They thought that let them do whatever they want to do. Biafra is done. Now they will finish them. So remove them from the world map. Erase anything about Biafra. The Oduduwas complied. The Middle Belt complied. And they didn't want to hear about it. How people determine who lives and who dies. And that atrocity of genocidal act never mentioned. No apologies. Instead, you're hearing about political jamborees. Vote for me, you're going to be one Nigerian. Since 1970, after the Civil War, you've never been one. And let's start counting it. 71, you're not one. 72, you're not one. 73, you're not one. Let's count it one at a time. Maybe you refresh your brain how long it's taking. 74, you're not one. 75, you're not one. 76, you're not one. 77, you're not one. 78, you're not one. 79, you're not one. 1980, you're not one. The days are counting and the years are counting. 1981, you're still not one. 1982, you're still not one. 1983, you're still not one. 1984, you're still not one. 1985, you're still not one. 1986, you're still not one. 1987, you are still not one. 1988, you are still not one. 1989, no show. 1990, you are still not one. And the fever is beginning to come over everybody, because they know that 2014, that will be the end of Nigeria through amalgamation. Therefore, they have to find out something. They started talking about political and all this and all, and then some proposals were made, and those proposals were turned down. It will never happen. And 1991, no show. 1992, you're not one. 1993, you're not one. 1994, you're not one. 1995, you are still not one. 1996, you are still not one. 1997, you are still not one. 1998, no show, no bread. 1999, we are going to 2000. So what do we do in that? Well, it's 2014 more years, and all these years we are not one. And what do we do to be one? We are not going to be one, but what we're going to do is we're going to change this constitution. 1999 constitution was crafted. We the people. We the people. Who are the people? Who voted for it? Who are those that drafted the constitution? The same Fulanis. And that is your constitution. And people did not challenge it. They kept quiet. 2000 millennium, world is going to change. So therefore, 2001, we are still not one. 2002, we are still not one. 2003, we are still not one. 2004, we are still not one. 2005, the crack line keeps enlarging. Now appointments are made, all by Fulanis. And any appointment held by the Southerners are viciously attacked, branded as criminals. Nobody's talking. 2005, you're still not one. 2006, army is beginning to show face. 2007, no show. 2008, army starts fighting civilians in the north. 2009, 2010, 2011. Oh, election. President, let the South be president. 2012, no show. Why marginalize the South? Why marginalize the East? Shut up. You talk, we kill you. 2013, no show. 2014, blood of baboon and monkeys will flow on the street. People did not see that. Oh, we don't want any more Southern president. Good luck must go. Here comes Asu Rod and Obama. Yes, we don't want any more president from the East or South. So let the North control. 2013. 2014, the campaign. We are still not one. 2015. Oh, hallelujah, we took back the power. Now, Boko Haram rears his ugly head. And I'm going to be the commander. I have been a war. I've been a very meticulous commander. And I fought in the Biafra Nigerian war. And, I know about security, so I'm going to be a good president. So that qualifies me. As a matter of fact, in 1 month, Boko Haram will be a thing of the past. Yes, people bought the lies. They did. Okay, since we want to be one, let's do something that will make us to be one. We are going to bring the commander that fought in the Nigerian war, where Biafrans were genocidally eliminated, and we got put to somebody there that will finish Boko Haram in 1 month, who has a patch on his shoulder to show his experience. 2016, not one. 2017, not one. 2018, not one. 2019, come and vote. Come and vote. People were massacred. Machine guns reigned in the east. Nobody talked. Nobody said anything. We will wait for 2023. They will give us our own tongue. It will be our own tongue, and then we'll see what we'll do with our own tongue. And it's going to be our own tongue. 2021. PVC, get your PVC. That's your ticket to hearing your voice. Get your PVC. The PVCs were dumped in the gutter. 2022. Get your PVC. They did not. Now, 2023 is here. Check all the glorious wasted days and years you want to be one, and you cannot tell the truth. You cannot be honest to yourself. You destroy lives and villages and towns and leave bitter taste in the mouth of innocent people that are supposed to rejoice in a country they call theirs, which have eluded them for the fact that a section of the population have concluded that they are the all masters of the country. Nigeria belongs to them. Then how are you going to be one? How? Let's see. They are telling you to come and vote. PVC, electronic this and that, INEC and all this and that. Come and vote. And they already told you that they're going to win. They have the numbers. Well, let's see. We are telling you about referendum. Oh, it's an act of war for a country that believe they are civilized and that they're democratically inclined in their ways. And you are telling them, for the fact that we have problems, and all the years I've mentioned, from 1970 to date, no sign of democratic order. No. The human being, the upstanding man that called your attention to the atrocities, the marginalization of the Igbos, the denial of all the entitlements, became a poison. Why will you say that you're marginalized whereas you are? Or you go and find a political party. They kill you. They put the flag on you and say you're Ipob. They have done everything possible to attack Biafrans. Anything put up by Biafrans is a criminal act. You have criminalized Nemo. You have criminalized Biafrans. You have divided them. It's only those that want to be divided will accept the division. It is only those that want to be divided will accept division. Otherwise, the answer is there. We are not going to separate from our brothers. We are one. But nobody said that. Where do we go from here? Is it by continuously recounting the events, things that took place? Does it take that number of years for people to be warned? After countless years, closing to 60 years, you are not one. When are you going to be one? You are not going to be one because there is no sincerity in you. You're not honest in your ways. Those that are sponsoring you are those that want you dead. You that is their cross bearer. You that is their killing machine. They have perfected you, groomed you, trained you, armed you to kill your fellow human beings. After all, you're black African. They don't care. Black Africans don't care for themselves. Give them gun, they will kill their father. That's black Africa. Buy them whiskey, give them gun, and give them money. They will kill their father. As a matter of fact, they will destroy their village. It's very hard to believe. It's very difficult to pronounce it, but that's the fact. That is the truth. I'm not talking about the incidents that's in the past. I'm talking about the present state of affairs. Just to support what I was saying, we tend not to care for ourselves. Don't be surprised. Listen to Ejike. Listen to this man that was terrorized by soldiers, including his own Igbo men. And listen. And tell me if this is how you're going to survive. They come. When they want to attack your village, they'll use your brothers. And your brothers will be proud to participate in the elimination of their own. Nobody asks question. No question is asked. Just kill. Kill as many as you can. Nobody will ask about you. That is the truth. I'm sorry. That's the truth. When are we going to wake up? When? This poor man is crying that those that attacked him more even ones that threatened him are Igbos carrying the gun. That's sad. That's very sad. You cannot go anywhere without being afraid. When are we going to do better? When? When are we going to do better? When are we going to say enough is enough? You can't continue to kill us. No, we cannot say it. We cannot act like people that are being subdued. We cannot. Every day our homes are burned up. Terrible things happen to us. And we are talking about voting. We have told you if you believe in democratic principles, I can equally tell you that referendum is one of those. Put it in there. Put the referendum clause in the election. And then people will decide. Let there be peace. Let there be understanding. People can understand when things happen. Yes, that's what happened. That is how it happened. That is how it happened. We can move forward. When your brother will turn against you because he has the gun. And let me play it before the media panel shows up. Yeah, you get the picture. We'll kill you. Igbo man telling Igbo man, well, I'll shoot you and kill you. Then I'll put the Biafran flag on there. IPOB flag, and say you IPOB. The one they say they have proscribed. Only them. Only them that proscribed so that they can eliminate Biafrans. So in an honest man, you shoot him. And then put the flag. Just like they brought out the jester the other day. telling you he is army man. See how they dressed him like a criminal. Dog eat dog. Igbos cannot stand to defend themselves. And when you say it is like you're belittling them, that is a fact. How much are you being paid? Like our leader said, do what you want to do. Comply with the enemy, and you will come back shamed. You will come back disgraced. So many of us have complied with the enemy and came back disgraced. They fade away. They quietly fade away. And after that, they talk in the past. When they have the opportunity to do something, they fail to do it. You think those in diaspora will be happy? They are not happy. But on the second hand, why would they be happy? Home is fire. Home is fire. You are not in the burning zone. So nothing perturbs you. And the most common thing you can say, Utuha metarea. Utuha metarea. You have automatically excluded yourself. And now you're addressing them as them. But you are the master. You are not amongst them. You are different. When death start knocking on the door, you start looking for your brother. You start looking for them. Those you denied, those you rejected, those you cannot associate as your brothers, or you can identify with them that they're your brothers. No, the Fulani man will make the call for you. That man is not your brother, is not your relative. But he, the Fulani man that is killing you, is your brother, and you are queers. You comply, you believe them. Our leader gave you all a detailed instruction as to what to do. The media people are here, so we'll join them and we'll join them. So let's get it going. Welcome to all of you to today's program. Good morning.
Good morning. Mazi Alozie, we are gathered once again today. Today is 3rd of January 2023, please. In the first place, I remember Mazi Alozie from Nasi from Poland here. And we have to appreciate our leader. We thank God so far so good how he has led us. And appreciate our leadership and all the men of us, radicals all over the world. Also, and it's black men who get so media. And toward the end, we look briefly into the sick amalgamation 1914 and the useless constitutions put up by Absalom Abubakar 1999 constitution. We use them again to say that we're going to do it seriously on what is happening in Biafra land. And so we are doing as a whole. And the members of the panel today is here. Judge money. Why I include is here money. And the Mazi Alozie and Patrick and Paula General. We are going to deliberate today. We have about 2 hours to deliberate on these issues. To educate Biafrans and keep posted on that justice of the GOC that is not in our land. We can see what is happening. Without wasting much of our time, I will call our little friend brother, Johnny Money, to open the floor with us. Because we have another opportunity. 7-7.5 is getting the best. To discuss this with on this insecurity in our land. And trustees of all and the Biafrans, so-called allied politicians, and their silence on what is happening in our land. The chiefs, the requests. So, as in watching the money, the platform is yours. When I start the book, and I thank you. Thank you very much, my great comrade. Thank you very much, great Biafrans all over the world that you are under the influence of our voice this afternoon. I greet you according to your place of domicile. My name is George Manning, and I am actually here to join force with the great warriors of our time to actually expose the atrocities of those whom we are supposed to be looking out to protect our land and protect the livelihood of our people, and they refuse to do so. Rather, they are the ones who are actually destroying us. So I believe by the end of this afternoon, we will achieve a lot of things. I draw my greetings to Mohammadike, Mazi Kanu. I draw my greetings to the HUD, Mazi Alozie, and all the members of the DOS. You guys have been wonderful. You guys have been doing great. And I greet our Lord, Kanu. And I greet every of our formidable forces in the media, in the ground, on the comment section. You guys have been wonderful.
Okay. Okay.
Judge, money, hold on, please. We know money, please, hold on. But the problem is that. Hello, Judge, money, hold on. Can you hear me? Yes. Am I not? Yeah, people are not hearing out, even from my Bluetooth. It's right inside. Please, could you check your system? It's not coming out. People are calling more after me. It's not coming out. Is it coming out now?
Okay, somebody made a mistake here. Okay. Another thing that somebody is calling to. I don't know if you have one. It's okay now. Go on. My brother, start afresh. Let's start afresh because people couldn't hear us before. Okay, all your members complete. Okay. Yeah, man, it's okay now. All your members complete.
Okay, yeah, it's okay now. Okay, so none of my words came out, so I should start afresh. Good afternoon, good evening, great and wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world. I greet you and according to your time zone, and I greet all our superiors in the leadership, and I greet our Ohamadike one of Biafra land, the lion. Am I coming out?
We are hearing you. Those that are not speaking should mute their mic. All those that are not speaking should mute their mic.
I greet everybody, and according to your time zone, we are here once again with my wonderful comrade Umuchuku to actually discuss the pressing things that we have in this time, especially the insecurity that is actually decimating our land and those who are behind this insecurity. Of course, so many of you may understand that this insecurity we are facing, this insecurity we are facing in Biafra land, it is as a result of those whom, we elected to go and represent us from the, top. And unfortunately, those are the people who are actually promoting the insecurity that is killing our people and taking the livelihood of our people away. And when we talk about these promoters of this insecurity, you should understand that it is pointing at one people, which are those whom you elected in the name of our governors, some of our traditional rulers, who will actually take our lands and hand it over to the terrorists, which is the Fulani terrorist, the fourth most dangerous terrorist in the world, recognized and gazetted by international community. These same people are the people who come into our land, and these governors, such as Hope Uzodimma, they will take our land and give to them, and these people will turn against the people and the indigenous people of the land where they are domiciled. Have you ever seen any Igbo man who go to the north and stay in the bush? Have you ever seen any Igbo man who go to the north and request for a land from the government of the northern Nigeria or any part of Nigeria? The answer is no. Wherever the Igbo man goes, they develop it. If they want to land, they buy it, and they do not possess something that is not theirs. Our people have developed many places across the region of Nigeria, yet these Fulanis who claim that they are doing their ranching or they are doing their open grazing, when they come into our land, this government that is supposed to be being, head of the security of our land, they will take our land and give to the terrorists. And at the end of the day, people will start dying like flies. When these things happen, the same governors, they will come and start blackmailing the people who are actually having the interests of the people at heart. This is as a result of the activities of Hope Uzodimma, Ugwani, Devumai, all these areas that I have mentioned, among others. But these areas that I have mentioned are the people who are already in the limelight of this insecurity, who are, those areas are on the peak of these insecurities caused by Ebubago, caused by Fulani herdsmen. When IPOB speak about it, they will find a way to blackmail us by bringing their thugs, their criminals, to say that they are IPOB or Eastern Security Network members. Because I know the reason why Hope Uzodimma is actually doing what he is doing by trying to blackmail IPOB, because we have exposed every of his activities. So now I want to, if you may allow me, I want to play a clip where Hope Uzodimma said that the insecurity in Imo State is politically contrived, that it does not have anything to do with IPOB. If my comrades will allow me, let me bring that from.
Play the clip. Go on, play the clip. Play clip. And IPOB is one killing people in our zone. It is not correct. Wicked politicians are sponsoring the killings in Olu. Last week in Ogburu, the APC one chairman was killed in his house. The APC secretary was killed in his house. The APC woman leader was killed in his house. As for said, since the inception of this banditry, not one PDP man has died. Not one PDP man his house has been attacked or bombed. So it is very clear to me that these people are after APC. I'm sorry for those who come in a very naked daylight and want to be after government. Only a weak government can allow that.
It is my hope that the people who are doing this will not the period of Easter and they repent. If they don't repent, government will go all out. I've decided to say this because the people behind this are also carrying the blackmail. They are the ones that will kill. They are the ones that will come out to blame government.
Somebody's making noise in the background. Please mute your mic.
And killing of innocent people must stop in Imo State. So, thank you very much. The most important part is that he said that the killing going on in Olo, Imo State, is not IPOB, it is politically contrived. And he made mention that it is only targeted at the APC members. And he mentioned the APC members who were the victim of this killing in Imo State. And he said that it does not affect PDP. As a chief security of Imo State, he declared that the killings and everything that is happening, security in Imo State, is actually caused by their politicking and their partisan politicking, which is the reason why they are killing each other because of political power. But today, the same Hope Uzodimma is coming out to blackmail IPOB by bringing out his own political thugs and actually telling them to confess that they are the members of the Eastern Security Network, which this Eastern Security Network is designed and actually provisioned for them to protect our bushes from the invasion of terrorists, which all these governors are the ones who are bringing these terrorists to use them for their political profit. And they are killing our people mercilessly, butchering our people, and these things has to stop. We are in the 2023, and we know that there will be a peak of this terrorist attack, and that is also the reason why we have also been calling our people to stay at alert, because these politicians, they will leave no stone unturned to actually try to scuttle the activities of the Eastern Security Network, which is the only formidable force that is standing up to protect our land. Just like you see what is happening in Enugu State, in Hamufu, they are doing all their best to actually try to scuttle the activities of IPOB and the Eastern Security Network to make sure, including by blackmailing people to blackmail IPOB, make a broadcast to blackmail IPOB to say that the killing is IPOB, just like you have seen many broadcasters. Instead of them to speak what is happening in our land, they are saying it is us who are fighting to protect the life of a common man and their livelihood in our land. So I am going to actually leave it here until I get an opportunity to elaborate further on this. Thank you, General, and my comrades, and I will leave it here. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Please, see us still motor. Mazi Patrick, if you are ready to talk, you can speak up now. Mazi Patrick, there.
Yeah, thank you very much, Maz. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, my fellow comrades. Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. I want to wish Happy New Year to each and every one of us here, and Biafrans all over the world, especially our brothers and sisters back home in Biafra land who are bearing the brunt of insecurity, who have to face the daily harassment and killing by different organs of the terrorist organization, of the security forces of the zoo called Nigeria. People face a series of insecurity from every angle, be it Fulani herdsmen who are chasing our women in the bush, be it the police who are killing our young people on the street, be it the military who are extorting and shooting and killing our people on checkpoint. We have other armed groups like Ibubago and so many other well-organized terrorist organizations in different forms are very, very unfortunate. I remember when the issue of the Fulani herdsmen was high in the discussion. And I remember the leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, said he made a request to the 5 Eastern governors. He wrote them later requesting that they form a united front under the Eastern region to confront the issue of the Fulani herdsmen. After writing those letters, he made so many attempts in making them understand the need to put a structure, a security structure together that can guide and safeguard and protect our people. They didn't take that advice, they didn't take that recommendation until he now decided that it is time that our people protect themselves, which led to the formation of the Eastern Security Network. And immediately the Eastern Security Network was formed, everywhere went bizarre. You know, all the politicians now remember that they needed to form a security outfit. Immediately they went to form a Bubago. And forming a Bubago was not to fight against Fulani herdsmen or checkmate insecurity, but to fight against IPOB and see if they could bring down the Eastern Security Network structure that was set up by IPOB and its leadership, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And today we have seen the work of a Bubago in our land. A Bubago have become a machinery, have become instrument that is now being used to burn down, destroy the properties and businesses of our people. We've seen what is happening in recent times, especially in Imo State, where the governor, even himself, have become the frontliner in the abduction, the destruction of life and property of our people. Recently, we saw SA to the governor, one threatening direct threat to this barrister Ugochinyere, you know, over issues of election and, you know, they feel threatened by his exposing them, you know, and we've seen them show so much impunity in the land, as if they own they own the life of everybody. These are people who were never interested in the security of our people until ESN was formed. They were not interested in the life of our parents, our mothers that had been threatened by Fulani herdsmen in the bush. They were not interested in securing the land that they claim to be governing. Recently, we saw the position of the Anambra State Governor Soludo, who is now parading himself as the next Igbo president 2027. Because what they do is they promise them different kind of political positions just to buy them over and buy their consciences. And these are the kind of people that you consider as your leaders. But we all know that these people are incapable. They are not interested in the welfare of our people. They are not interested in the safety and the life of our people. We saw recently how businesses were burned down in Okigwe, if I'm right. I stand to be corrected, Mazi. You know, yes, in the name of that, they are chasing ESN, or I don't know who they say they are chasing, or they say they are looking for non-government. You know, so they continue to devastate our land, they continue to destroy, and at the end of the day, they turn around and point fingers. They point fingers at IPOB, they point fingers at peaceful agitators who are requesting for referendum, asking for freedom of expression, who are asking for freedom, you know. So what do you expect from a man whose life he has lived as a fraudster and suddenly became from being a senator to governor today? What do you expect from such a person like the governor of Imo State? What is it called? You know, who not even a decent one, though, a criminal from nowhere. You know, these are the people that are being put in positions of power to govern our people. These are the kind of people that are being put in different positions in different levels. So it is important that our people understand where we are. And this is 2023. We can no longer continue how we have been living over the years. IPOB have put all the necessary effort in enlightening and educating our people, making them understand that the power is in their hands. And that power, we must exercise it in 2023 to secure ourselves, to make sure that we no longer lose our beloved ones in the hand of these criminal elements who claim to be the governors of the Eastern region. Mazi, I want to thank each and every one of us in this panel without wasting much of our time. It is my pleasure to be here, and I will be standing by. I say thank you very much. Also, Mazi Alozie, who is hanging on the host of this program. Thank you for hosting us, and I'll be here at the background. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Mazi Alozie, you are with us here. Please, unmute yourself, no? Mazi Alozie. Mazi Achabe, you're welcome.
Okay. Thank you so much. My name is Elochukwu Hage. Elochukwu is a philosopher, teacher, and activist. But before I start, I want to greet all Biafrans, the viewers, our leader Mazi Nnamdi, who is suffering for our sake, so that we can be free from bondage and marginalization. He has put in everything, so I am thanking him today. I say may God continue to protect him for us. He said, today I'm going to speak on the insecurity in Biafra land. And I would love it if we can listen, if Biafrans can listen and understand the game behind the insecurity in Biafra land. You know, most times the problem we normally have is that majority of our people, we normally suffer from short memory. They normally use the media, the local medias, and everything in Biafra land to make sure that they push our people away from what is happening, so that we can leave the main thing and start talking about frivolous things. So they do it in such a way that if you ask people what is the cause of insecurity in Southeast, you will see people mentioning IPOB, you will see people mentioning ESN. Then, when you ask these people, when was IPOB formed? When was ESN formed? If I'm not mistaken, IPOB has been here for more than 12 years. All these years IPOB has been here. We are not talking about insecurity in Southeast. In fact, Southeast has been the most secure region in the whole of this geographical amalgamated country. Southeast has been the most secure places. So why is it? Why is it that we are now saying that there is insecurity in the Southeast? So the question now is, how did insecurity started in the Southeast? So we know that since Mazi Alozie was renditioned, kidnapped in Kenya and renditioned down to Nigeria, it was since then they started using a lot of propaganda, a lot of blackmail against IPOB. So now, for us to expose these lies, we have to remind our people without any form of our people dying anywhere, without communities being burned down and all these things. IPOB has been here. So they just started attacking places in order to pin it down on IPOB. Remember, they believe that if they can get Nnamdi Kanu, they can now push insecurity in the southeast. And we have to know, our people have to understand that there are many ways to kill a movement. There are many ways to kill them, and they use this blackmails, this insecurity to kill IPOB. I want to take us down to memory lane. We remember that before IPOB, we used to have Maso. Our people have to understand that. We have to also know that at the peak of Maso, we notice how a lot of touts, a lot of people that cannot even reason and understand the consequences of their action started doing a lot of things, committing a lot of evil, just like the present infiltrators, just like they are doing today. So these people gradually, the common man on the street started saying a lot of bad words, started saying a lot of things. All this is started like just a drop of water, and before you know it, it continued to saturate, and people started losing interest. People started making some certain pronouncements that if this is how this Biafra will be, let us not even have it. This type of statement is what they want us to start saying today. That is the reason why they started doing all these things. So that, our people have been suffering, they have been marginalized. Hunger is everywhere. So this marginalization have caused a lot of hunger in our land. So if they can put in a destruction of livelihood, communities being destroyed, people being killed, you see the weak people among us saying a lot of things against the struggle. So this is exactly what they try to do: set our land on fire, set it on fire, destroy everything, bring down brimstone, use the Nigerian media to blame IPOB, and then force the people to reject their freedom. And with it, you see them rising against those that are fighting to give them freedom. So also, we should also remember that not only that Southeast has been peaceful, we have to also know that Imo State has also been peaceful until the government used the Supreme Court. They employ the services of some dubious elements. Removed somebody, people can say, they remove, I hope I'm okay. They remove someone, people can say that this person is our elected governor. They removed him. That was when they were planting destruction in Imo State. That was when they planned to set Imo State on fire. Because it was some people, some of us that have short memory might say, they might conclude that this insecurity started just last year. No, insecurity did not start because of IPOB. Insecurity did not start because of ESN. Because when IPOB started, destruction was not there. When ESN was created, destruction was not there. It was when they removed the elected governor of Imo State and placed him with a Fulani recruited governor inside the state. Then everywhere erupted because they planned it. Don't forget that when they were plotting to remove the Imo State governor, they were also plotting to infiltrate IPOB with a lot of people in the USA, in other many places. They were planting people, and they were pretending, behaving as if they love this struggle. All of a sudden, immediately Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned. Imo State, they activated their cells in Imo State. They activated their cells in USA, everywhere. Before them, they have bought a lot of people. So now they created the insecurity in order to bring IPOB down. They created insecurity in order to make the people to reject their own freedom. So we as freedom fighters, we must remove sentiments. We must educate our people properly. We must make sure we do not join in any way to put fire into the already burning furnace. So, because we know that if we can try as much as we can to enlighten our people, educate them properly in all these things, I believe we will defeat this insecurity. Because we are so lucky enough that our people are listening and they are getting all these things, so that they can also throw it into our people. Because I believe that not every Biafra is on social media. It means that when you are listening as a Biafra, you are not supposed to think that it is only the media warriors that are supposed to do this job. You can also pick your phone, call your brother at home, call your brother anywhere, or your sister anywhere, call your own parent, educate them on what is going on, so that we are going to make sure that people know exactly who created the insecurity, why they created the insecurity, and what they want to achieve with the insecurity. But the truth is, IPOB, ESN is not the reason for the insecurity. Thank you, and God bless you. Let me leave it here so that others can join. Thank you.
Okay, brother. Thank you, well spoken. Thank you. Yeah, Mazi Alozie start mute here. Mazi Paul Achebe.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
Yeah, Paul Achebe, go on.
Good afternoon, my fellow comrades.
You're welcome.
Yeah, this is Mazi Alozie, and I thank every one of us who are here pushing this very Biafra restoration forward. Those of you who are sacrificing a lot to make sure that this very Biafra and this very IPOB stand. I really appreciate every one of us wherever we are. On this note, I will say that Biafrans and lovers of freedom, IPOB have come to a level that we will understand the force behind Biafra agitation is not just an ordinary force. We have seen a lot of groups who have come and gone, and we see the strategies which the Zoo government used to destroy them. These are the same strategies they are applying to destroy IPOB. And because IPOB was ordained for this very mission, that is the reason why we were able to sustain this movement. They always use Igbo presidency. Before the use of Igbo presidency, I can remember that they always promised Igbo second Niger bridge, and Obasanjo used that second Niger bridge to campaign, and Igbo voted for him. And come Yaradua, he used it to campaign, and Igbo voted for him. Come Jonathan, he also used it to campaign, and Igbo foolishly voted for him also, and none of them fulfilled their promise. Then come the late Muhammad Buhari, and he also used it to campaign. How can they be using ordinary second Niger bridge that is not up to 5 kilometers to campaign for a people that has almost 50 million, and we are sheepishly following them and falling to their trap? Now they are using Igbo presidency. In the recent during the Buhari second tenure, we can see one of the Igbo prominent men, in the person of Ates Enugu. He told Igbo that immediately after Buhari, he will hand over to an Igbo man. The question I want to ask the Igbo people today: are we going to continue? Are we going to continue voting for them because of a mere promise, or are we going to stand on our feet to request for what belongs to us? We are born queens and kings and we are prince, but we are being treated as a slave because we bring ourselves down. Now, they are now promising us 2027 Igbo presidency. The question I want to ask is this: why are these people using promise to get our people? For how long are we going to be listening to the promise? When I look into the amalgamation of Nigeria, if you study the amalgamation, you will see that the south, east, and the north were never one. Even when the British came to colonize that very two regions, they were differently and they colonized them differently. The question now is, what is the agreement? What was the agreement that brought the north and the east together? And where do they breach the agreement? For the first place, there is no agreement that brought them together because the Igbos and the Hausa never sat on the round table before coming together as a country. And according to the international law, which Nigeria is a signatory to, not only international law, any country that have existed after 100 years have right to renegotiate. Go ahead.
We will come to that topic. We are discussing insecurity in Biafra land now. After which we go to that topic, okay? That is the amalgamation 1999 from the Constitution. Please speak on insecurity in our land now.
Thank you. Thank you for the direction because I joined lately. Now, let us look into the insecurity. The first question I will ask, let me repeat the question Mazi Nnamdi can always ask: who brought the insecurity to our land? IPOB was not violent, and even up to today, we are not a violent organization. IPOB have never raised any gun against any Biafran or any occupant of Biafra in Biafra land. The southeastern governors, out of their greediness and out of their jealous, they are the people who created this insecurity. Because when you check the first Operation Python dance, you will see IPOB was protesting with just a placard and a flag, Biafran flag. They never steal anything from anyone, and they never cause any havoc in Biafra land. But the eastern governors ganged up after Mazi Nnamdi presented to them the agendas, what we're making to drop the Biafra agitation, which is one of them is bringing international seaport and international airport and so many other things that will benefit the indigenous people and their occupants, their visitors. But instead of the southeastern governors to adhere to what Mazi Nnamdi present to them, which is the very necessary thing as a leader, this is supposed to be their primary function, what their primary duties, what they will bring to Biafra land. But they neglected it out of greediness and their selfish interest. Now they went and bring Operation Python dance, ask the army to come and start killing innocent Biafrans in their own land. That is what brought the insecurity. IPOB is not the reason why there is insecurity in Biafra land. The Igbo politicians and the Biafra politicians, they are the people who brought the insecurity. And the only way we can do away with this insecurity is for the governors to ask the Nigerian terrorists in uniform, the Nigerian army, to leave Biafra land. That is the only option, because the Biafran people don't need them to protect themselves. We are law-abiding citizens, and if you check the whole world, you see that Biafrans are everywhere. When you check, you cannot see any Biafrans committing crime or disobeying the law of the land where he resides all over the world. But come to the Igbo land, the eastern governors have made the Igbo land unbearable, and everybody is now moving out. Like I provided, the solution is to ask the Nigerian military, who are killing innocent people, to evacuate our land, go back to their barracks, and allow the people of the Igbos to be on their own. The devil Mahi, who created Ebubagu, what is the purpose of creating Ebubagu? Ebubago have never one day captured any criminal nor any Fulani terrorist in Ebonyi State. Rather, Ebubago is going up and down, killing innocent Biafrans. That is the cause of insecurity, because the people that are destroying lives and properties, they are nothing but the Ebubago and Nigerian army. And when they do this, they will target on IPOB. We saw one video that is going on where one man is confessing that he was arrested and he was threatening that they will kill him, and after that they will put Biafra flag on him and nothing will happen. That can only take place in Biafra land. You will not, when you come to Biafra land, you will see that there is a lot of checkpoints, and within 2 meters of the checkpoint, the Fulanis will be kidnapping and nobody will confront them. What is the use of the police and the soldiers that you mount every junction in Igbo land? So rounding it up, the insecurity in Biafra land today was created by the governors of the East and the Igbo politicians. And I advise them to listen to the masses so that they will not use their own hand to destroy the people they're supposed to protect. And like I said earlier, that the solution remains. Let them take away the military. I will stop it here and I will stand by to allow others to speak. Thank you, host and remembrance. Once again, my name is Paul Achebe.
Yeah, thank you, my beloved. Thank you. Our beloved sister, Wada Biafra. Sorry, my sister, you are here. Please put your phone, okay?
Yeah, all Biafra. Thank you so much, great people of Biafra. I greet every one of you, Biafrans all over the world. Mazi Alozie, Kanu, the Hindu of Biafra lands, the Madike, and the Olurugu of Biafra land. I salute you, my leader. I send my greetings to the leadership of this very struggle, the DOS, and the Biafrans all over the world, IBB members, genuine members all over the world. I salute every one of you and I say, may this year give us a fruitful result. All we are asking for is Biafra and the release of our supreme leader. We're going to achieve all this year, and we'll give glory to Chukwokika Biama, Orenuju, Abasi, Tamuno. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My name is Ejiro, Face of Biafra. I am from Ugeli and Urubu speaking Biafran from Delta State. Yeah, we are here to talk about the security in Biafra land, because it's a very important topic, because like we all know, even in the international communities, they used to say that the southeast of Nigeria is the most peaceful area. I could remember vividly well in 2016 when I was about to travel back home, and because I always checked to see if there is anything like red in the zone where we are visiting. So we saw that, I saw that in the southeast was so peaceful. There was nothing like a restriction from, other citizens from other parts of the world. So this whole issue of insecurities started when Fulanis put in their governors. We all know that it's no longer a news that some Nigerian governors are killers of their own people. It has become so glaring that when they kill, they don't even feel remorse in killing their own people. What is happening in the entire Nigeria today is a total taboo. The so-called leaders killing the people who voted for them. What a criminal, or when a criminal rules the people, it is sure that the people will definitely face this kind of havoc, and the people will perish. Hope Uzodimma cannot deny his actions are behind the reason why people are being killed in Imo State. Imo State, who happens to be one of the most peaceful states in the southeast, today has turned out to become something else. Some of these videos, when they come, when they share it to us, it's so difficult to view, because the last one that was shared, the boy that was videoing that said something that the boy that was killed, he was on the floor, that since yesterday, the person that was killed was still lying there. Nobody came to carry the disease. So it's crazy what is happening in Imo State. I mean, in Biafra land in general, but particularly in Imo State. Some governors, it appears now that some of these governors, they now feed in the blood of innocent Nigerians. Because I have to speak for Nigeria as a whole, because what is happening in Imo State has started far back in the north. The north are known for this kind of atrocities, killing of their own people. But today, somebody like Opus Odima, who have become a slave to the Fulanis, have dedicated himself in killing of his own people. I could remember vividly when Obadia Malafia told us how some northern leaders are sponsoring Boko Haram, who are killing Nigerians all in the name of religion. Governor Samuel Otom of I think Benue State has severally called on his people to pick arms. They should pick up arms and defend themselves. Now, what is the use of having governors if they cannot protect their own people? I still don't get it. And this is a country where you see people, the youth still run after these men, calling them governors, calling them leaders. These are the same people who go after their own people and kill them massively. Governor Oton is the only governor, I must say this, that among all the governors who are having issues of killing their own people and Fulani coming to their state to kill their people, that man is the only governor who have severally speak against the Fulani invasion of his people. Others are mute, and some are not saying anything. Some are, some are even, happy that their people are being killed because they have to please the caliphate, their slave master. In the southeast, we saw recently when I think it's an old video, the video that the audio clip that our brother George Money just played. We saw, I think it was in April, when this man came out, Officer Odima came out in the public to tell people that Imo-lites, the people that are being killed in Imo State are his political opponents. This same Opus Odima, who by himself exonerated IPOB from the killings in his own state, recently turned around to act a movie. It was a very, very funny that using his hoodlums, people that he is sponsoring, to blackmail IPOB leadership. The reason why these people are doing what they are doing, the reason why they cannot rest without calling on the name of IPOB in all these killings that they are doing, they believe that this is the right time for them to be able to tarnish the image of IPOB because Mazi Nnamdi is in the dungeon. So they are using this opportunity to try to, blackmail this very leadership, because whatever they say about against the leadership, they are equally saying it against the Janjaweed. They are equally saying it against Mazi Nnamdi, because Nigeria court has acquitted and discharged our supreme leader because they have no charge against him, and they said that no court has the jurisdiction to judge Mazi Nnamdi. So these people are these governors and some of these people that are committing all these crimes in Biafra land. They are trying to create something to give to the government, to the Nigeria government to use against our supreme leader. But no, we are here because we always make sure we use their own word against them. We use their antecedents against them. Opus Odima has come out to tell the public that the people that are killing in Imo State are PDP members, because he said that none of PDP members have been killed. The only people that are being killed are APC. If really it is IPOB that is doing the killing, IPOB will not go for only APC. IPOB will go for any politicians, because IPOB, what we are clamoring for is total freedom, and the freedom, our method of fighting for this freedom is not by carrying arms and killing. Nnamdi Kanu has made it clear time without number, even during all his diplomatic visits. If he had wished to use arms and I don't think he will be making all those moves, all the travel he made before the coronavirus broke out. So Hope Uzodinma coming out now, trying to act a movie and making people, using his hoodlums to come and blackmail this very leadership is just very shameful, and it's a disgrace for him. What he is doing now, he may not know the consequences of his actions. But I want to tell him that all these things that he is doing, he must know that governor house that he is occupying is just a temporary home. He's not going to be there forever. He knows that there was somebody before he came. Now, IPOB is fighting for the common man. And these people who call themselves governors, they are fighting for themselves and their family. So now, the only way for them to continue to remain in that position, to continue to enslave and kill the people, is for them to fight against IPOB that is fighting for the common man. IPOB never had any, history of, killing and all that. If IPOB happens to be a movement that is killing their own people, I don't think IPOB will be welcome in all over the world. As we speak, IPOB is almost more than 140 countries all over the world. We are, responsible working class people. So whatever the Nigerian governors and somebody like Hope Uzodinma and Dave Umahi, these two very governors, whatever they are trying to cook and sell to their Fulani caliphates, or they are just wasting their time. They are wasting their time because IPOB continue to remain the voice of the people. Hope Uzodinma might have forgotten that he came out in April. He might have forgotten that he came out and he told people, you can't just be changing every time like a chameleon. When you say that your political opponents are the people killing in Imo State, that is how it is. There is no two ways about it. You cannot come and start, acting movie on social media and trying to change the narrative. No, we are not going to accept that. IPOB is a name to protect. So we are here to tell the Nigeria, the Hope Uzodinma and the Nigeria Janjaweed government that Mazi Alozie Kanu must be released because he is a prisoner of conscience. IPOB leadership has nothing to do with whatever movie Hope Uzodinma and his gangs or his hoodlums are acting on social media. We have nothing to do with that, and they cannot tarnish the image of this noble family. So that is just for this. And also, I would also like to use this opportunity to tell our people, those who are still following this kind of governors, somebody who does not even have feelings, he does not even have any sign of remorse for people. People have been killed. They will just come and burn businesses. They do not know how people get money to establish some of these mini businesses and just for them to survive. You do not give any aid to the people. These people struggle to take loans and establish a business. The governor will just come and send some Fulani Janjaweed men on uniform and ask them to go and burn down the properties or just like that. So people should stop following these people. These are your enemy. The Governor Hope Uzodinma is the enemy of Imo State. Since this man came to power, there has been no peace in Imo State. Imo State has become a disaster. And I am urging the Imolites to do something about Hope Uzodinma. Something should be done, because if they don't do anything, this man is going to kill more people. He's going to kill more people, but we are just assuring them that no matter the propaganda, no matter the blackmail, no matter whatever story they are trying to cook against this very struggle IPOB, we are here to continue to debunk them, to remind them that they are the people that are killing Biafrans. They are the people that are killing their own people because they want to continue to remain relevant to their slave masters in the north. So, my people, I would like to stop here, and while I allow other people to talk, I'm still anyway in the background. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, my sister. Please stop mood. Thank you. Yeah, before Mazi Alozie will say something, if you look at what is happening in Biafra and the insecurity we are talking about, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, the governor of Enugu State, is the chief security officer, and he told a handful of people that there is nothing he can do.
for them anymore. Because when we say they are stood, people don't understand. A chief security officer telling these people in this condition that there is nothing he can do, he cannot help them anymore. He can no longer help them because his hands are full. Because he has gotten instruction from their slave masters. And don't forget, during these killings in Ihamufu, a group of soldiers were drafted there from A2D Enugu. And within 1 week, the GOC, Musa, that is commanding A2D, put up a call to these officers there, and all of them were transferred immediately to another place. And now, the same Enugu, the information we got yesterday was that if Uganda asking people for amnesty, exactly the same thing who Uzodima is in Imo State, is how they rule, and the people in the West North, in Enugu, Nsuka area, submitted their rifles, their guns, and what we are hearing this morning is most of them are regretting. You can see how they are playing, and when he transferred these people, the GOC Musa brought their main killer squad. This their militia, he brought them on. So this is why we are telling our people, you must buy something to defend yourself, but rather you are submitting the ones you have at your hand. Give them an ample opportunity to kill you more. And they are going to come. We are saying it here. Our people here must be prepared. Please, let us use 2 minutes and deliberate on this issue. This GOC commanding A2 division, and this A2 division controls both the NAF, the whole army in the whole of East Central State, including Benue. We have to hammer this so that our people, it will sink into our people's ears, and let them go and buy something and know they have no person to protect them. The only something they have is this leader, this IPOB, and our ESN men that are keeping and watching over the ground now. Please, we have to do this. 30 minutes is enough. Then we move on to 1999 Constitution and amalgamation put up by the same people. The ex-president Absalam Abubakar, this report and checkboard Constitution called 1999 Constitution. Please, we have to take on this now. Judge Money, please, can you open up and speak on this, please?
Okay. Thank you very much, great comrade, and my wonderful comrade. You, everybody, have spoken so well, and we greet you once again. And when we talk about, because I will head straight to the point because of time, when we talk about the GOC in 82 Division, 82 Division is a place, is a very strong division, military division in the East. Very, very strong military division. Now, the whole of Igbo governors, the southern, or should I say the Biafran governors, all of them, they watched how peaceful Biafra land has been. They were not happy about it. Because remember that anybody that is placed in the hierarchical position in Nigeria right now, I regret that we have not got into the 1999 Constitution, because that is exactly where all this problem emanated. Because now everything that you are doing in your state, there must be interference of the Fulani, because it is all about Fulanization of Nigeria. This is now, they are still doing this Fulanization systematically. That is the reason why your governors in your state are the tools that they are using to kill you, to subjugate you. Because the reason why they are killing you is for you to capitulate in this struggle that we are into. Because they want you, just like one of our brothers said here, that they want you to actually say, if it is how Biafra is going to come, that you are going to actually give up. That is the only language they want you to speak. And once you speak that language, believe you me, heaven will not save you. Going to church and praying day and night will not save you. Night vigil and fasting will not save you. Once you capitulate, you are originally saying accepting colonization of your life. You can see that the same people that are controlling those who are your chief security, they want to kill you. They want to take over your land. They want to control you. They want you to become their subject. The insecurity in Nigeria is actually, being promoted by your governors. If there is insecurity in your state, ask your governors questions. March and go to the government house and ask your governors questions. Because if you keep quiet, you will continue to die. Look at Imo State. If Nigeria is a republic, nation, if Nigeria is not a contraption, believe you me, Hope Uzodinma will not still be governor of Imo State. Look at America. Just like a governor was actually accused of sexual malpractice, the governor resigned. Tomorrow of Hope Uzodinma has been there. Our people are dying in lamentation. Our people every day are, there is insecurity in the land. So many of you might be saying that this insecurity that is actually being, whenever you catch perpetrators of this insecurity that are Igbo speaking, you are fooling yourself. Because there is a hunger in the land. Anybody can do anything for money. The governors, the governors are the people who controls the economy of your state. So they have the money to buy criminals, to terrorize you, to make you give up in this quest of Biafra restoration, which is your savior. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release is the only solution to all these things, because they know that the insecurity that is happening in the north is going to extend to the south. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made it clear that 2023 is the year of colonization. Have you forgotten? Because our people forget so quickly. If you don't remember your past, you will never correct your present. Now, why don't you ask yourself, why is it all of a sudden, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was captured, insecurity started engulfing Biafra land? And there was somebody they placed in the media to continue to confuse you, to confuse the international community, to confuse everybody, so that you will not know the origin of this insecurity or the cause of it. That is how, they will always bring up their structure to actually subjugate you to their practices. These things you see, IPOB and Biafra struggle is for your liberation. It is for your savior. It is not for your destruction. IPOB and the Eastern Security Network, we don't engage in criminality or killing of our people. It is the slogan that our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu actually rooted this struggle into. He said that if you continue to kill, especially our people, Biafra will not come. Why do you think is the reason why Hope Uzodinma, why do you think they are desecrating our land with the blood of our people? Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave that prophecy. They want to actually make Biafra not come by doing anything possible, regardless of, even if it is to kill half of their country, half of their state. It does not matter. Just like our comrades say, how many people have you ever seen a Bubago captured? How many terrorists? How many criminals have they captured? A Bubago is a fraternity. A Bubago is this secret fraternity that originated from schools. Most of them actually adopted the creation of a Bubago because he's a member of a fraternity, and he has to fight back. Since he is no longer he is no longer coming out to command his fraternity, he has to use his own creation, or Devumahi creation, in order to continue to kill his political opposition. Just like he confessed, because God, will always vindicate his people. He confessed that it is politically contrived. That is the reason why they have all their political talks that is carrying out all their evil attacks. on our people, just to make you capitulate. I am going to leave it here until we get to meet again. Thank you very much, my great comrades.
Thank you, my beloved. Thank you, well spoken, Mazi Judge. Morning. We'll still go back to that constitution now, maybe 5 minutes before we close the program. We have time. Mazi Alozie, please, you can speak up if you are hearing us. Mazi Alozie, again, please.
Okay, thank you so much. Like you want to say, the same which speak on the GOP two division anyway. There is most times in this discussion now, I won't really want to speak on the civilians. I want to speak concerning the military. I believe that we also have Biafrans serving under Nigerian military. We have Biafrans there. And Nigerian government has killed history. There is a reason why Nigerian government killed history. There is no way you go to school and meet a history student without knowing what happened to your forefathers. There is no way you will study history, JS1, JS2, JS3, without encountering what happened to more than 300 Eastern officers in 1966. There is no way you will study history and you will not know about what Les Madebo wrote in his book. How, even though he is a high-ranking officer, then they nearly killed him. Even the soldiers from the east, even from Ipob and other places, he asked to kill down so that they can smuggle themselves down to the east. He later noticed that those ones were killed, while he survived by entering into all these cars that normally transport water. He survived through that. So now, what am I saying? I'm trying to say that we have soldiers, thousands of soldiers of Igbo origin that can be sent to an Igbo community for them to ransack Igbo community. And you will see them alongside other soldiers from other places, killing indigenous people, killing their own brothers, destroying everything, and they will be happy. Most times you see them bragging. You see them bragging on even in the internet how they are dealing with people. So we have soldiers from the southeast that has been deprived of the history, because when you know what happened to your immediate fathers, then you will know what the GOC is trying to do, because tomorrow is coming. And when that day comes, you will notice that they will look at you and there will be no difference between you and the civilians you have been killing. Because in 1966, when they rounded up all the Igbo military men in the south, residing in the north, when they rounded them up and committed nothing against them, killing all of them, and hunting even most of them down, none of them knew, even a day before that day, that such a thing can happen to them. They were killed by the same people they saluted together. They were killed the same people that stood and sang the national anthem together. They were killed by the same people they called comrade together. The same people they signed in with them in the same day, and they were recruited the same day. You happen to be the same people that opened fire on them and killed them. Their offense is that they were Igbos. What of today? Today, you have forgotten all those things. You have refused to study. You have refused to read your own history, thinking that when you help them to clear your communities, to render your communities hopeless, and even when some of them will say, no, they are not sending us down, they are sending them. They are saying, why? What are you saying about it? Are you not speaking out? Why are you not speaking out? Why are you staying there? Why are you not talking? Maybe you think that when they kill your brothers and sisters and finish everybody in Enugu state, you're going to still see a place to go to. They will easily wipe you out. That is what they do. So I'm trying to say that our people in the military, our people in the police should understand that life is sacred, that they should not join hands in killing their own people. They should not join hands in destroying their communities, burning down villages, burning down markets. And when we realize this thing, and when they take precaution, I believe the actions of this GOC will be curtailed, because he will see people around him speaking up against all these things. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you, Nnamdi. Thank you. Mazi Paul Achebe, please.
Give me direction, please.
There we go on, my brother. We are discussing.
Please, can you give me direction on the stage we are, because
Okay, my brother, sorry. We are discussing about the GOC they brought in our land, and the governor of Enugu State, Governor Ifeanyi Awabo, who said that there's nothing he can do to help his people, especially what happened in Hamufu, where they kill a lot of people, and the GOC, that the people that were posted there to keep peace, he put a call to them and removed them, posted them to another place, and brought his own people. The people they trained the jihadi they brought from other countries. And lastly, the people of Ibweze in Suka area of Enugu State, I hope the governor asked them for amnesty. They submitted their guns yesterday, which most of them are regretting now. Knowing the situation on the ground, these are the things we are discussing, and how to get rid of that GOC from our land. Don't forget, he was the man in charge of Southern Kaduna that seized all these killings, and later he was brought to do the one Yoruba land. They refused him totally, and they brought him to Biafra. Since then, you can see the damages he's causing here and there. The killings have increased. This is where we are. There we are.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, and I really appreciate you for the opportunity once again. Now, coming to the army, the commander in Enugu 82 division. Yes, the Enugu state governor have showed that he is against his people. Not that he's just against his own people. He used his hand to bring the murderer, because the man in Enugu now, we saw what happened in Southern Kaduna, the killing of 1,000 Shiite Muslim and the killing of Christian. This man has his own group that he's working with. Anywhere they transferred him to, he will cause insecurity. By his own group are the people kidnapping and the robbing or any place he went to. And when you check, when they bring the man in Lagos, and the Oduduwa people know what the man is capable of doing, they rejected him. But because the Igbo leaders, I don't know if we are truly under course, that our leaders will look at the citizens as if we are animals, and they will bring the people that will kill us. The same way the Igbo leaders bring the one in prison now, the Abakayari, to slaughter our people. I can recall back. This Abakayari with this man, they are working hand to hand.
Abakayari is not in any prison. Abakayari is not in any prison.
No, I just use him as a reference. I use him as a reference because Abakayari came to Imo State to kill our youth. So this man in Enugu now, his record is everywhere. He have never captured any Fulani terrorists, and he have never made anything tangible to the people where he was sent to protect, not to talk of the ones that he hates. The hatred on Igbos, these people are doing all these things because our governors have failed to rise up against the killing of Ndi Igbo. And when you check our people in the military, in the Nigerian military, these people are helpless because they are not in the position to also to do anything. They are all of them, none of them are on top. The ones that will be on top are the ones that hate their own people. Now, coming to the governor of Enugu State and the activities that are happening in Hamufu, this is something that makes me to shed tears, because up till now, the governor paid the medias not to carry it, and the governor have not done anything. This is the same governor which Fulani told that he will not destroy the market because the market belonged to them, and he did not do it. Under his own watch, the people elected you to protect lives and properties, and under your watch, those people who elected you are being slaughtered in their numbers on a daily basis, and you say you cannot do anything. And when you check their counterpart in the north, nobody can come to the north to kill the citizens of the north without the governors rising up. This shows that the Igbos have lost the taste of protecting lives and properties. They are now powerless before their enemies. They are now toothless bulldog, and they have the power to kill only their own. And it is something I would say that is regrettable to have people like Opozode as a governor in Igbo land. And when IPOB rise up to put a stop on this issue, they will be the ones to invite the terrorists. I used to call them terrorists because those people are not the armies. And the Biafrans and the lovers of freedom all over the world, I think the hour has come for us to know that we don't have any leaders. And the commander of 82 Enugu division is well-known terrorist who harbors and breed criminals. Anywhere they transfer him, he will cause insecurity. The few months he spent in Lagos, he caused insecurity there. Kidnappings everywhere. Now they transfer him to Biafra land. Kidnappings and insecurity are everywhere. When he was in the southern Kaduna, every day we hear them saying that more than 100 people were kidnapped. And when this operation is going on, you can't see the security forces coming to comb to comb the insecurity or to save the masses. And this is now alarming, because it's time we think we have to rise up and do everything within our power to make sure that call on Igbo leaders to transfer that man out of Enugu, because in as much as that man remains in Enugu state, the killings and kidnappings will continue, because that was the reason they brought him there. They did not brought him to save the lives of Ndi Igbo. They brought him to cause anarchy and cause insecurity in Igbo land. And the people who supposed to speak out and not speak out. The only option the people of Biafra have now is to rise up and speak in a language the people will understand. Because at this point, we can no longer watch our own people, like the head of directorate of state say that this year our people, nobody will come to our land to kill us. The only way we can do that, we are not going to do that by carrying guns and bullets, because IPOB are non-violence organization, is for the people to rise up and shun every political leadership that is coming with this and this kind of idea, bringing the people, the terrorists in our land. We need to speak in mass to reject them. And I am calling on the Biafran soldiers serving under the Nigerian army. The hour for you people to rise up has come, because the villagers they are killing, these are your brothers and sisters which you're supposed to protect. If you cannot protect your own people, why are you in the military? Why are you in the police? You watch a Fulani man come to the east to kill your brothers, burn down houses, and make them becoming seeking refugee in their own fatherland, and you will be proud to say you are a Nigerian army, you are serving Nigeria. The question I want to ask you that is an Igbo man serving in Nigerian military, when they finish killing your own people and they come for you, where will you run to, and who will help you to fight? Do you think that after eliminating the Igbos and your brothers and sisters, do you think that you can fight the battle alone? You cannot fight it alone. The people they are killing today are your mouthpiece. These are the people who will protest against the injustice they are giving to you people in the military. These are the people who will rise up for you people, including the ill salary they are giving you. But you people fold your hands and watch them die in number. Is something I would say is weakness, or you people don't know the reason why you joined the military. You joined the military to protect your fatherland. You cannot protect a Fulani man in the north. Why the same Fulani will come to the east to kill you? The hour for you people to rise up and speak up and make a move, make a step. Don't join the enemies to kill your own people, because when after joining your enemies to kill your own people, you will definitely be killed and nobody will speak for you. In conclusion, so that I will not take much of the time other people can speak. In conclusion to all these things, I am calling on every Biafran person, most especially those in diaspora, the hour for us to come together and join Ipob to make this very movement, because Biafra restoration is the only solution we have for all this all these killings that is going on, and we have to sponsor it to make sure that we achieve it. I am using this opportunity to call every Biafrans all over the world to join hands to rescue Igbo land from the hands of Fulani terrorists. There are mercenaries are everywhere, and I want to pass this information. If you are listening to me, everyone, the Fulani you see today rearing cow in Igbo land, they are not the Fulani you used to know. Those people are mercenaries, well trained to slaughter our people. So you have to be very careful when you approach them or when you are allowing them to come close to you. They are not ordinary Fulanis. They are mercenaries, well trained in disguise of taking cow around our villages. They are just monitoring and checking the hideout and the places that is very important to them to discover. These are their missions, and I have a very good intel, reliable one at that matter, that inform these things. So I want every Biafrans in Biafra land to be vigilant over this thing. Thank you, Mazi, and remain blessed. I thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, my brother. Before one, please, please. You rightly said it that our people encouraging Biafrans in the military, in the army, in any parastata, because we should remember the story of Afonja. If they don't take care, what happened to Afonja will happen in their areas. And you said something there. The removal of this man, he must leave Biafra land, not anywhere. He must leave. We don't want to see him in our territory. We must do everything humanly possible to make sure that he leaves Biafra land. We don't want to see him in Biafra land. So on that note, one day, please unmute yourself and speak here. Then we move to the last topic. And as we go there, as we speak, on the last topic of amalgamation, we make our closing remark. As we speak, we make a closing remark. Say something on this before we go to our next topic. Thank you, Mother.
Yeah, thank you so much. Just like other comrades have commented on this, Alhaji Umar Musa, GOC of 82 Division. My own contribution, I would like to contribute to what I'm 100% in support of what Ashibipo just said. When somebody come to your house and you are not okay with the person, the only thing to do is to evacuate the person. You cannot continue to keep mute, dying in silence, and this person, things are not going well. So, I believe that this man called Alhaji Musa, he is there for a mission, and that mission is in line with the Fulanization and the Islamization of the southern Nigeria. So they cannot tell us that the whole of Enugu, there is no Igbo man that is fit for that position. So why would they have to import, some of these repentant Boko Haram and put them in Enugu state to be the GOC? There is a reason for that. Our people, the problem is that our people, they forget so soon all the teachings of Mazi Kanu, and some of them don't even take their time to also study the reason why Fulanis are doing what they are doing today. Yeah, Fulanis are not, they are not stupid. They have different strategy on how to conquer a people. Their strategy of trying to conquer the Biafran people is to make sure that they bring their terrorists from all parts of the Sahel, make them, they become Boko Haram. After they graduated from Boko Haram, they will bring them out and say that they are repentant. When they say they are repentant, they will now reintegrate them into the army and then deploy them to Biafra. Those people you see on uniform, those are not, they are not real armies who are fighting to defend a country. Normally, a military man or military personnel, their job is to defend the country, not to be killing, innocent citizens. So, in line with the Islamization agenda, these are one of the strategies they are using. Plant their people in key positions in each of our states, so that when they will be killing, you will have nobody to run to. Who are you going to run to? Now that they are killing the poor people, are they going to run back to this Alhaji Musa? Are they going to run to him for rescue? Sometimes when I watch some of these videos, you will see victims calling on the government. The same people who are killing us, they will be calling on the government to come and rescue them. No, it is not clear that the government is behind the killings. The government, because the government itself is Fulani. The government itself have an agenda, and that agenda is the Fulanization and the Islamization of the Biafran people. So what I would advise our people, they don't even need anybody to call on them anymore, because the people they are killing today, they are not killing the governor's children. The governor's family are well protected. The governors themselves are well protected. All the attacks that have been carried out on past politicians and the present politicians, we can see that these men are using bulletproof vehicles. The people who are being killed are the people who are following them. So you, as a common man who are you walk in the street, you sell in the market, if you don't do these things, you can't survive on a daily basis. It is not left for the people to rise up and say enough is enough. I strongly believe that the reason why this man is still there is because the Enugu people have refused to rise up and speak against. The fact that they kept mute shows that this man, he will be feeling as if his position is affected.
Please.
Yeah.
We say let us not. We say Biafrans, the whole Biafra. This is not a case of Enugu or a case of Imo.
Mazi, we are talking about the division.
Yeah, please let us correct that impression. Let us not attribute it state. Please,
no, Mazi, the reason why I'm saying the people of Enugu should rise up is because this man is working in Enugu State. So
somebody from Anambra can go and remove him. Somebody from Imo can play him an impact and he will remove. Somebody from Akwa Ibom, Calabar.
But Mazi, I believe that if the Enugu people should rise up first, then it will motivate other states to join. Of course, it is a joint mobilization. But the people who are being killed, the Enugu people should first of all rise up. Then other states will join the movement, because right now, as we can see, this man is doing a lot of damages. This man is killing people with so much impunity. He is right there. The only thing is, he's just praying that people should not rise up against him. If the Oduduwas can rise up and say no, they don't want him, what is stopping us as a people to do the same thing? Why are we allowing these people to continue to remain in position when things are going wrong? This is not just we are not just talking about criminality. They come to steal in people's shop. They are killing our people. One of the strategy of the caliphate is to reduce our population. We should all get this in at the back of our mind, that these people are here to reduce our population. They are killing our young men.
Let me come in here.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay. Come in.
Let me come in here. You see, the bulk of the issue we are dealing with is centered on one thing: the gradual elimination of our population. And how do you do that?
Absolutely.
The effectiveness of IPOB in reducing their impact have made them to come together to say, we are facing IPOB as a criminal organization. And who are they addressing? They are addressing the same young people that are being killed. And these young people that are being killed are being courted by the politicians. So they have drawn a sort of ring around the youth. And we draw this ring around the youth, they tag them. Who tags them? The same people that are supposed to protect them are the same ones tagging them. So you have a lot of confusion. If this you say we are rising to protest, what happens? The army will shoot them. If the army shoots them, the same people that say tag them will not defend them. And the same Igwes, Ezes, the thieves, you name all of them, they are in the pay pocket of the government. So the only way people can say this is it is they are coming together and saying, we agree, this is what is happening. All these people you're killing and tagging them IPOB are not IPOB members. For instance, the clip I played from Weri in Okigwe area, where even an Igbo person in the army and police, because when they commit crime, they say joint task force. They are telling their fellow men, I will kill you and shoot you and then put IPOB tag on you. So IPOB is your savior. IPOB is the people they are fearing. IPOB is the only one can stand and speak. So hold their leader and then address this. As long as our people continue to swallow this tag on IPOB, we will continue to be in this situation. Before then, somebody made a comment saying that the attack on the people, and I looked at it and said, it makes sense. Why are people not listening? They are not listening because they have propaganda radio, Deniba and all that sort. They listen to them. And that person made that comment, I forgot his name. He said, call your people and tell them, if they cannot get the radio, make a phone call and tell them this is what is happening, so that they will not continue gluing their ear on the propaganda, the lies these people are saying. You know, so it's a big task for us, and that is why I said let's get this program off the ground and then start talking to our people. Make a phone call, tell them what is happening. These are the people doing it. These are people tagging you, and when they tag you, they'll come back and kill you. So you know that's what it is. That's why our people cannot put hands together. Have they attacked Amotokun? They have not. Have they attacked the one the Fulanis put together? They have not. Who are they attacking? It's only Biafra. The only Biafrans they're attacking are those they know they have inflicted fear in them. So that's what we are saying. That's what I say. Let me come in here and make you see the other side of it. So go ahead.
Okay, why did you go ahead? No?
Yes, Mazi, thank you very much for that. And I just feel that based on my own research I have done about the Islamization of Nigeria, I know that all these things that are happening are just in line with their project. So they needed this kind of people to put them in these positions to make sure that they are able to succeed in their conquest. It's unfortunate that our leaders, the people who, in fact, they are not leaders, they are rulers. The people who are supposed to be, our mouthpiece, they are the ones that are even bringing these people to come and accomplish their agenda. I don't know. Sometimes I just ask questions if they are aware or they know the gravity of their actions. Because when we talk about Islamization, it's going to be the entire Nigeria, and it's a very brutal thing. It's people who have studied the history of Turkey and other countries who were not Islamic State. Today they turn out to become Islamic State. We all know, if you have read about their history, you will know how it happened. It's not something that because you are a governor, it will not affect you, or because you are a senator, it's not going to affect you. It's going to touch you. It's going to touch your family, your entire family. So what IPOB is doing is, because IPOB is ahead of these people, and IPOB have a kind of foresight. I've seen this whole thing coming. I could remember when Mazi Alozie was alerting us, telling us that ISIS will enter Nigeria. People thought maybe it was crazy, because some people, when you tell them about caliphate, they will say, what do you mean? What is caliphate? They don't know, because a lot of people are still ignorant about these things we are trying to fight against or put a stop to. So that's why I just want our people should have this awareness that there there is Islamization is coming, and that is why these men are they're putting them in these places. Their governors are not they are working with the caliphate. Their governors are working to make sure that they achieve this agenda. The governors are doing what they are doing because money, they have taken an oath with these people, and they are doing it for money. And when it happens, money cannot even save them. That's one thing they don't know. So I just want to encourage our people that the only way for us to succeed and to make sure we put a stop to this invasion is for us to speak with one voice, and for us to focus to follow this very channel that Mazi Alozie has put in place. Mazi Alozie, who have studied this whole thing from day one, who have experience of how things will look like. That is why he said IPOB is a movement that will restore Biafra, the dignity of the black race, back to where it was before. So we are just calling our people to remain focused and to continue to remain loyal to this very struggle, so that we can all achieve Biafra that we wish to have. Biafra is our religion, is everything that matters to us. So I want our people in Imo State that they shouldn't think that they are alone. We are following up, we are with them, and we just hope that one day everybody will rise up. If it is possible, let everybody rise up in Biafra land the same day, the same hour that Musa GOC must leave. If we do that, I'm very sure that they cannot come and kill everybody at a blow. So the man will definitely pack his load and leave, the way he did from Yoruba land. So thank you very much. I'm still here anyway. Thank you so much.
Please stay there. Mazi Alozie, please, do we have up to 20 minutes so that we can take 5 minutes and discuss purely on this amalgamation and the 1999 constitution at the same time?
You have less than 20 minutes, so go ahead and talk about the amalgamation.
Okay.
Go ahead.
At work, if you can at the same time speak on this amalgamation and this draft 1999 constitution put up by this idiot president Absalom Abubakar.
Yeah, you're talking about
and at the same time make your closing remark before the money.
Okay. Honestly, I don't think that will be possible. Let's finish the insecurity. Let's deal with this. Okay. Next week we deal with the amalgamation.
Yeah, next program. Next week we'll start on that. Okay, Judge Money, please. We are still on insecurity. We want to ginger our people. Of course, we know how to pass a message to get across to our people. I think we should be going back to what we did in 2017, 2018, a massive campaign. Probably I was with our deputy Ochodi, and we know how to pass information and get to the grassroots. It's not everything we saw on the air. As regards to this, what we are talking today, Judge Money, please, my brother, unmute yourself. We are still on insecurity.
Okay. Thank you very much for this opportunity once again. And as we are discussing the insecurity in Nigeria, and there is no way in everything we talk about insecurity, the insecurity in Nigeria is already, is already connected to the 1999 Constitution. So, in this regard, since we are not talking about the 1999 Constitution, the most important thing that our people need to do, the most important thing is that, just like our sister Made Jiro said, our people need to mobilize themselves, exercise your freedom of expression. Because if you keep quiet, you will continue to die. So many of you might be saying, no, it is not yet in my community. It is coming. It is coming. This is 2023. This year is going to be very pivotal in the life of our people. The most challenging year that we are going to face, even in our struggle. And we need to have that, mindset. We need to toughen our mind. Regardless of what the enemy is going to throw at us, we will never ever give up on the quest of this, self-determination and the protecting of our land. You have that mandate yourself to do it. You are on your own, except for the support and IPOB, movement or Biafra movement you are on your own. If you look at the military that is burning your market, which Hope Uzodinma will send to go and burn your market, and he will come out to boldly to speak and say, there are some activities of bandits in a market. This is not the first time. It's not, this is not the second time he burned the marketplace, taking away your means of livelihood. Do you think that this person wants you to leave? A governor will go out there to destroy a marketplace, which is seen in the Western world as a mall. You go into a mall, maybe in a mall it consists of maybe 500 shops, different branding of shops. Somebody will say there was activities of bandits. They go into that mall and set the whole mall ablaze. That is exactly what Hope Uzodinma is doing in Imo State. That is exactly what these people are doing. A person who does that, do you think they have your interest at heart? If they burn that marketplace, those that depend on that marketplace to actually buy what they will use to make a meal for the day, how are they going to survive? What about those who depend on the menial jobs they do in the market? How are they going to survive for the so long, or how long it is indefinite time they will take to actually rebuild that market? If the governor will even come to the party in the rebuilding of the market, this is how you will know that your constitution in 1999, it is actually for your own emasculation. Because when you talk about what is happening in Biafra land, it started in the north, right? It escalated. Now it is in your home, it is in your land. What are you going to do? Stand up and march to the governor house. If they cannot protect you, they should just give way. They should because IPOB have what it takes to protect Biafra land. If those of you who are rich slaves championing the cause of this, government because you are benefiting one or two from them, it will come to your doorstep. You are living in Abuja, you are living in Lagos. Does not mean that there is none of your family member that is living in Biafra land, or your house that is in Biafra land. Fulani will come and take it over. That is the only time you will know that you will rise up to support your own. When Gumi told you that Fulanis are their warriors, and now you call your own. Fulanis are the fourth most dangerous terrorists in the world with a broad reach. And they call Gumi come and say that Fulanis are their warriors. You should not vote for somebody who will kill their warriors. Buhari said in 2015 that Boko Haram, attack on Boko Haram is attack on the people of the north. Can you imagine this? And now your Igbo governors are fighting Eastern Security Network. GOC in 82 Division is there to bring terrorists in your land, fighting Eastern Security Network. They are not your warriors because you are positioned not to recognize your own. It is time for you to rise up. Our people in Biafra land, rise up, march to the governor house, march to their house of assembly, stay there until what is right is done, because to you is power. Power belongs to the people, and power will always be exercised by the people because it is presumed that you are the one who placed them there. If there is any other power that placed them there, they should be able to tell you, because what the activities of IPOB now is being incriminated by all these criminals is the reason why you see all this shenanigans that is they are presenting. Even, of course, the one they call Onyami. If you look at him very well, you will understand that it's part of all this shenanigans they started bringing to the social media. Newly when they kidnapped Mazi Alozie, Kanu, and they're calling themselves Biafra National Guard. That is exactly where all these things are emanating. They will tell you, Chinas and want to say you are stopping an election. Did any IPOB member talk about election boycott in Biafra land? We never talked about it. But one criminal came to say Chinas and want to say and announced. Is that not an idiocy? If you continue to keep quiet, your life will be wasted. It is going to only get worse. Until we meet again, stay safe and stay informed. Thank you very much.
Thank you much, Mike. Thank you, my beloved. And there we thank you. Mazi Alozie, please. Your speech and your closing remark too.
Okay, thank you so much. I think I'm going to be snappy and also give one or two advice to our people. Okay, so I want to say that our people must understand that it is the same politicians that created insecurity that are also massively sponsoring this insecurity. And we have to know that these people that are sponsoring this insecurity, they created it, they are sponsoring, and they have the resources available to them to sponsor insecurity. They have stolen, they have looted, they have engaged in a lot of corruption that giving them money to even buy up anybody that is buyable. So when you know this, you have to know that the people that you are fighting, they already have the resources. They have already looted your forefathers, your grandfathers, and even looting your future in order to make sure that you don't stop them. Because let me tell you, even though that what you are fighting for is for a better tomorrow, these people believe that you are fighting against them. Because your better tomorrow is stopping their corruption. Your better tomorrow is ending their wickedness. Their better tomorrow is stopping their corruption. And you know that their businesses thrive in corruption. When you end, the reason why you cannot end corruption, because ending Nigeria is ending corruption. The reason why you cannot end corruption is because all these politicians, they are using looted money for businesses. And without this corruption, they cannot do their business. Their businesses will fold. So this is why every Biafran should, as a matter of fact, be reasonable enough to decode the game these politicians are playing. You must be ready, you must understand their game against the leadership of IPOB. This is why everybody, like I said previously, like I said before, everybody, you must pick up your phone. You must call home. You must educate our people. Educate those at home, those that cannot lay their hand on internet and listen to all these internet radios. You must pick your phone, call them, and when you do this, you will see that all those propagandas coming up from the local radios, these people, even without education, what your call will do is to activate the reasoning. You see, when you put it in the let's say that you have a laptop and you have something inside the laptop, without you knowing that you have that inside the laptop, you might use that laptop for 1 month, 1 year, without knowing that that thing is there, until somebody will say, oh, this thing is inside there. Sometimes our brain can reason, but it needs someone to activate it. I want every Biafran to activate this reasoning in our people from back home, so that they can be able to reason properly, they can be able to shred all their propaganda. And with it, if you don't need to do much, and you have defeated both the infiltrators and those that recruited the infiltrators. Thank you and God bless you.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. What you said is in order. Biafrans all over the world, I know you have not forgotten that today is Tuesday, Tuesday, and like what our brothers have said, we will suggest, I think there will be planned equally for us to map out a particular day for Biafrans all over the world to call their homes to educate our people. Even those of them in Biafra, there are people in Lagos, there are people in Abuja. You must call your home that day and educate our people. We are going there and we are getting there. What did you go, please? Can you speak up before Achebe will conclude and go out? What did you go, please? I know you're at work. Will you be able to speak now? What did you do?
Mazi, let Achebe go, please. I will come after him.
Okay, over to you, no?
We are still on the insecurity, and I want to I want to bring this thing on. What is the purpose of creating the insecurity? These are the questions Biafrans, not only Biafrans, every Nigerian should ask themselves. What is the purpose of creating this insecurity? Let me tell them the reason, the purpose why insecurity was created. The purpose of creating insecurity in Nigeria is to take their rights, what belongs to them, to make sure that they are suffering, so that they will not have the morale to ask for their own rights, because these politicians have looted every of their rights, including their, in fact, they have looted their destinies. So the insecurity was created to cover their loot. And if the whole Nigerians, because at this point, I am not speaking to only Biafrans alone. I am speaking to the so-called people that call themselves Nigeria, because they are all suffering the same thing. Nigeria have a natural resources that can take care of them. That means that every citizen in Nigeria is entitled to a monthly salary, whether you are working or not. You are entitled to a percentage that you can be able to maintain your family, at least for every month. But these politicians have looted all these things, and they created insecurity to start killing you in your own house, to start killing you in your own land. That is the primary purpose of them creating insecurity, to make sure that they will continue looting while you are crying and struggling to even protect your own life. Why what belongs to you is there, they are looting it. They will loot it and take to Dubai, take to Saudi Arabia, take to America, Canada, and London. You are suffering. The solution remains the uprising until the Nigerian youth rise up and hold their leaders accountability. There is nothing like insecurity that will not stop. Ask them, the money you are borrowing, where are they investing it to? The Nigeria is owing debt of 27 point something trillion. Where do they invest that money? These are the reasons they create insecurity. The oil in your backyard, the diamond and the Californium that they discovered, for you not to test the life that Chukwu Kikabiama have given to you, that was the reason they created insecurity. For you not to understand that Nigeria has what it takes to live lives like Dubai, like Canada, like UK. That is the reason why they create insecurity. They created insecurity to make sure that they continue to suffer you, and you will continue living in poverty. While the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. That is the insecurity they created. And I want everyone to start asking themselves, what brings the insecurity, and when did the insecurity started? Insecurity started the moment they created Nigeria. Insecurity started the moment they killed your forefathers to amalgamate Nigeria together. Insecurity started the moment you fail to understand that you have a human right. That is why I tell you people, the solution to all these things, Nigerians, you need the one that call themselves Nigerian youth. The hour for you people to stop and save your lives have come. Rise up and say no to these evil politicians. They are the one giving the jobless youth the peanuts to start killing themselves, and they call it insecurity. You will see a graduate today, after studying engineering, he will not have a job. And when they give such person 100,000 and give him AK-47, they will now go and kill another jobless youth. They are not going after the so-called rich men, the politicians. Why? Ask yourself, why is this security not affecting the rich ones? Why is this security not affecting the people that created it? Why only the poor masses? Why only in our villages? So that you will not rise up. The insecurity are the purpose of creating insecurity is to take your divine human right away from you, to take your natural resources away from you, to take your birthright away from you. That is the only benefit they get from insecurity. And I am calling every one of you, if you want to save your life, you need to rise up for uprising. If you want to stop insecurity, you need to march to every governors and senators' house of reps, their houses, go and hold them. How many will they shoot? I watched one of our brother say that he will not act because the insecurity have not gotten to his village. And I was wondering, are you waiting until you come to your village or to your house before you act? If you have what it takes, and I know there are many other people like him who are waiting until you reach to their village before they will act, they will fight. No, you must not wait until he come to you. Rise up, because if you can join hands and save the other village, when it comes to your turn, the other village you saved will say, oh, let us reciprocate the love and the help you help us by joining hands to help you. We must not wait for one person to fight. The cause Mazi Nnamdi is carrying today, championing today, is not his family cause, but because he loves you. He never waited for it to happen to his own family. He is suffering today because of me and you. Why can't we rise up? Let me round it up, because if I continue talking, in conclusion, I am calling on Biafrans and lovers of freedom, most especially Nigerian youth, to know that their destiny lies in their hands. The hour for them to rise up and take their destiny is now. There is nothing like insecurity. That is well organized crime against them to take away their destiny and take away their birthright. Rise up, Nigeria. Once again, my name is Mazi Alozie, and I thank you all for listening. Don't forget what we do. Thank you and remember blessed.
Hello. Yeah. Thank you very much, Mazi. Let me just briefly touch this insecurity issue before I round up and make my closing remark. Just like my other comrades have said, they have really hit the point and said it all. Our people need to rise up and know that the governors and the political leaders, they don't mean well for them at all. With everything that is happening, is enough for them to know that they have to really take their destiny in their hands. When relying on your leader, political leaders, to do the needful, and they are not doing it, instead they turn out to become enemies of their people. It is left for the people to rise up and do, fight for their freedom. The governors or these people, these senators and all these people in the government, they cannot be in that position without the people voting for them. Even though we know that elections are being rigged in Nigeria, that none of them are really be in any position without rigging. So, but without the people voting, none of them can become a leader. So. I want to call on our people back home that the only way it works out for the Westerners, we see that when a law is being pushed out by the government and the people are not pleased with it, you will see the next 48 hours the people have mobilized themselves through online. They do it here even in France. They have mobilized themselves and start sending text messages on WhatsApp. They will be circulating it. Before you know it, people have stormed the street in a way that even if the military come, they cannot shoot, because it depends on how massive the turnout of a protest is. That is where, if it is counted, then you will see the police, they will try to come and intimidate people. But when it is massive, homogeneous, they will not try to, because you can't kill all the people. So I believe that we have come to the stage whereby people back home in Nigeria, in entire, they should know that they have to speak for themselves. They have to rise up and stop calling on the same people each time they come to kill them. They will be calling. I am calling on the Nigerian government to come to our rescue. The Nigerian government are the people killing you. You are still calling them. Rise up massively. This is how it was. We saw it recently when this, I think, was the name of this country. They went to the government house. I've forgotten the name of this country. They all rushed. They went into the government house, and the government ran away. The president ran away from his office. So when the people really decide to put a stop to all these things, it's gonna stop. That is why one thing I believe. So I am encouraging everybody in Nigeria, and especially in Biafra land where I come from, because I am more concerned about my people. Biafrans should not wait anymore, or should not be calling on governors who are behind the sufferings and the killings that they are going through today. The government, the primary aim of the government is to provide security, defense, and preserve others to maintaining social peace among the citizens. But since our people are not getting all these things from them, it is left for our people to really mobilize themselves and do the needful by coming out. Protest has always been the only way for people to get what they want from their government. So I am calling on them, to encouraging them to rise up and speak with one voice. Enough is enough. And we cannot continue to be doing videos, sharing videos of people who are being killed brutally, houses, properties destroyed, and be circulating it. They will say after 2-3 days they will forget. The next time they will come again and do even worse than what they did before. So this has to stop. Our people should rise up. So this is all I have to say for now. I want to thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Mazi Alozie, please, you immediately after this program, I am going to bring our media head from Enugu to give us a comprehensive report immediately I go out from here on this amnesty that the governor of Enugu State has granted, and people submitted their gun, and the Imo State government have done that. You can see how they are rolling now. This is spreading from Imo State to Enugu. Nobody knows where it will happen tomorrow. Like what did you rightly said here, and I need to correct one impression. Some people will call on Radio Biafra and they will be asking, why are we being killed? The answer is not far-fetched. It's simply because they are killing you because of that resources in your land. Since British corporation discovered what is in our land, since 1941 we are being killed till death. So when you call and start asking, why are you being killed? You are being killed because of that in Chukwuka place. In your place, look at Dubai, look at Qatar, look at Libya before they spread Libya. We are not supposed to be outside. We are blessed, and this is why we are fighting. Like Onyende said, we are fighting so that we are not taking what comes from Yoruba land, Middle Belt, Hausa or Fulani. We are fighting a just cause. This is why we must, everybody, all hands must be on deck. We have to do whatever you know you can do. Now, this is the time. And this protest, it will come. The other time you saw our women, we are triggering it.
Okay.
It must come. It's a must.
We're out of time. Yeah, we're out of time. Round it up so that.
Yeah, Biafrans all over the world. I still remain okay for the Nosiwe, correct, and I care for Momaka in all the provinces of Biafra land. Every Tuesdays we are here on this program in segments, the same place, the same station. Next week Tuesday, time is 3:10 Biafran time. Please be with us next week again. And we say, have a wonderful week ahead. Have a blessed year ahead. Mazi Alozie, may Chukwu Kabiama, continue to settle you, continue to energize you.
Thank you all the people in the Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We see you all again next week. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye. This is where we'll be ending the program. I don't think anybody in his rightful mind will be talking about amnesty. What is a far-fetched, bull-faced lie, and anybody doing that must be dreaming. If you leave yourself defenseless, they'll continue to kill you. Anyway, that's for another day. We'll be on the air again tomorrow, and Ndungwa will be on the air with us, and today, the panel dealt with the insecurity. So you know why we have the insecurity. So I thank all of you that listened. Sorry you were unable to call, but tomorrow, if you have an input, go ahead and make it tomorrow. This is a different time. The South Africa will be here, so I didn't get any information from South Africa, so I would rather not just make a conclusion and keep going. Maybe he's waiting, and I'm going to round up. So, like I said, I thank all of you that listened, and the panel that came up. I thank all of you for your contribution. We do that again tomorrow with the Ndengwa. So you'll have a nice day. Bye-bye.